everybody and welcome to my channel. As you can see, I am indeed alive. I was worried for a little bit with how bad the back pain was. I do have a community post up right now if you want to go check that out. Basically, it just goes over why I went missing for like 8 days. I'll go over it again right here, but there's just a little bit of information in there if you don't want to listen to the whole beginning of this. And it's not going to be a huge update other than I was not having migraines. If you watched my previous video, I thought I was having these weird, like an atypical migraine, and it was causing burning pain on my body. Turns out I've got like multiple pinched nerves in my neck, and I had pinched, they actually think I pulled and pinched my mastoid muscle from here all the way down to my collarbone because I was having pain like and tingling right here down into my neck and into my chest the first time, and then that was kind of starting to get better a little bit. I was on steroids and I think they gave me gabapentin for the nerve pain part of it, and then I completely pulled what I pulled 2 years ago, or pinched what I pinched 2 years ago, and they think it has to do with like my posture. I have bad posture because I have I'm sure you guys have seen something like it, but I have Hashimoto's, and I actually have a goiter in my neck. It is like this big. I have huge thyroid, and I do get it checked with an ultrasound, so don't worry, and my numbers are checked. But I have a very large, very large thyroid, and it's like solid like a rock. Like, oh yeah. Anyway, it makes me want to put my head forward. So I have really bad posture, and it's something I've tried to work on, but it's something I just don't think about. And that is not good. If you have bad posture, start fixing it. Just don't go too hard, because that's what ended up, we think is what actually is fully pinching my nerve, is I was trying to do posture too well while we were driving, and it fully pinched something in my cervical spine, whatever. And if you've never pinched a nerve in your cervical spine, mine is extremely pinched and incredibly painful, and it feels like I'm dunking my upper body in boiling water. It feels like I should be in a burn unit. That's how much it hurts. So I was on for about 4 days. I was on muscle relaxers 4 times a day and 300 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day. I was not able to pretty much do anything. I have barely read anything. I finally started really reading yesterday, but I still, based on the angle of my head, it's like, it's weird. It's weird. I just have a hard time reading right now. But I have some physical therapy, and I'm also moving. Our house is completely empty. It's besides like our basic furniture, but we are moving, and we're trying to get out of this house like relatively soon. Our house is currently up on the market, which is really exciting. And why I have to film this pretty fast because we have a showing in 45 minutes. So I need to be out of the house in 30 minutes to give them like time, just in case they're a little early or something. But I don't like being here like right up until the time they're supposed to be here. So I do leave about 10 to 15 minutes early, and I get to bring my dog, who absolutely hates this. And it started raining. It was supposed to be sunny all day. So we have a showing. They're coming at 12:45. Hopefully it goes well. We had a showing early this morning, and I do not think the people wanted to be here like at all. I may or may not. Be careful when you're buying a house and what you say outside of the house, because everyone has cameras now, and I was really curious who the first people were who were looking at the house. So I had like my little blink camera thing on, and they did not want to be here. They were like fighting with each other, I think. It was a mess. So safe to say they will not be putting an offer in on the house. But anyway, so yeah, I've got tons of medical stuff going on, and then we are selling our house on top of that, and we are getting, it's through relocation, so we're getting housing where we're going, and that is also not super fun because we have to check that out. But my husband will be going to where we're moving, and he's gonna check out the temp housing, and then we'll basically sign like a thing with them. So it's just not fun. Like I would not recommend moving if you don't have to. But anyway, while I'm reading Faybound, because that is taking me absolutely forever just because of all the stuff that is going on, because I'm actually like, I'm enjoying it so far. I was enjoying the first part of it a little bit more, but it's getting a little where I'm at right now. I didn't think about doing that. I'm gonna be like picking at my neck and stuff like that. So I'm sorry if that bothers you. Also, the lighting is funky and everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. Hopefully it gets better when we move into the new house, or at least the like middle road between new house and this house. But as of now, it's the lighting's bad, everything's bad. I don't have any of my normal stuff. And that's why I don't have that much stuff to talk about. But I actually really wanted to do this video a while ago and I just totally forgot about it, but I want to go over Insta buy authors. Like, everyone has kind of their Insta buy, no matter what the book is about, they tend to buy it. And I really actually wanted to go through and check out what mine are, because I feel like I have one or two that I immediately think of, but there's definitely got to be more. Like, I feel like Sarah J Maas is an Insta buy, although after reading Crescent City, I'm a little, maybe not. I'm gonna read second and third books, but after reading the first one, I'm just kind of on it. So I don't know. Sarah J Maas, Holly Black is an Insta buy for me. I feel like Holly Black was an Insta buy for a lot of people until Book of Night. I think Book of Night kind of hurt her there. And then Leigh Bardugo is an Insta buy. It originally wasn't. I didn't love the Shadow and Bone series, but after I read Six of Crows, and really Ninth House is what solidified Leigh Bardugo as an Insta buy, and that's why I'm gonna be reading The Familiar, even though I don't know if it's exactly for me. I'm actually very scared of that one. But those are kind of like the couple that I immediately think of, and I really want to see like what others are there. So we're gonna go through like my Goodreads. There's gonna be a lot of old 5 stars in here that are not actually 5 stars. But I kind of just left them there for posterity from when I put them as 5 stars. So if you see some weird 5 stars, it's because I just left them there. So, all right, let's pull up Goodreads and get a look. Like I said, it's raining outside. It is miserable right now, so the lighting is just not great. Okay, so you can see like where the sidewalk ends in The Giving Tree. I don't even remember what happens in those. Like, aren't they like kids' poems or whatever? That was added in 2009. That was a very long time ago. This Lullaby, I love that book that I remember. I feel like I wouldn't like it anymore. It's not something I would like now. The Vampire Academies, probably the first book I would still give a 5 star. And I do love Deja Dead, the first Temperance Brennan. Oh, hey, there's another Sarah Dessen. Maybe I need to retry some of these like older books, because I don't like remember that much other than that I just really liked them. Fable, I'm surprised, and that's like newer, because I stopped reading that series. I didn't end up liking it. Yeah, we have some old ones. See, there you go, Holly Black, and I stand by Tithe. I really, really like Tithe, so I definitely would say yes, that is definitely a 5 star, and Holly Black is an Insta buy author. Charlene Harris, I had her one up earlier, but I didn't think about it, but Charlene Harris is an Insta buy author for me. I have so many Charlene Harris books, so many of them. I read like most of her backlist, a lot of her backlist. I'm just so behind because she has so many books. So there's just a lot. There's a lot. But if you don't know it, Charlene Harris, True Blood. She writes the original True Blood series. It gets weird. Like, I don't love the books and I don't love the series like towards the end. But the beginning first couple books are really, really good. And I actually like her Real Murders, the Aurora Tea Garden. It's on Hallmark Channel. They're totally different. I really love that series. It's one of my favorite cozy mystery series. Whew, see, very long time ago. I don't know if I would classify Suzanne Collins as an Insta buy author. I don't know, because like I Insta bought Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but I don't know if that's because it's part of the Hunger Games series. I feel like she's not an Insta buy author. Does Suzanne Collins write anything else? Because all I know is the Hunger Games, and I don't know this series. Is this like middle grade series? It seems like the Hunger Games really is it, which is crazy because the Hunger Games is so good. I guess quit while you're ahead kind of thing, but I don't know. I think if she came out with something else, I probably would pick it up, but I still don't know if I would classify it as an Insta buy author. Twilight 5 stars. I'm sorry, I'm sticking by that one. The Judgment. I actually loved The Host. I really, really liked The Host. I thought it was better than Twilight. I was sad that it didn't continue. I feel like it was definitely like should have continued. And I'm excited because I think she announced she was working on something to do with The Host. Rochelle Mead, Vampire Academy series, they're not all 5 stars. But I loved them when I read them. It was really not even that long ago. It was like 5 years ago that I read them. Like calling myself out on that one. Cassandra Clare, Insta by author. I didn't think about that one. Cassandra Clare is an Insta by author, which is weird because I've only read The Mortal Instruments and 2 of the Infernal Devices series, but I have all the books. I have all of them. So that could get significantly worse as we go on, but I don't know. The Diviners, Libba Bray, I didn't really like her other series, so I wouldn't classify as an Insta buy. I would check out if she put out another book and be like, oh, this seems interesting, and decide to pick it up if I'm interested or not, but definitely not an Insta buy author. Sarah J. Maas, we talked about it, definitely an Insta by author. Kira Cass kind of was an Insta by author because I have all the selection series and I immediately bought 1,000 Skies, 1,000 something, but I ended up not really like, oh, they were an Insta by author until the Betrothed series. That's what it was. And I hated that. It was so badly written. And I don't think the new one's very well written either. So that one definitely like came off of my Insta buy list. Marissa Meyer, I'm gonna say no. I really thought Marissa Meyer was, but I have some of her other books and I haven't read them and I'm just kind of on reading them, so I would say probably not. Man, I'm pickier than I thought I was. I'm really, really surprised. I really thought I would have more besides like those like obvious ones. Oh, Becky Albertalli. Again, I have to say no because of the second book in this series. So even though I have 2 5 stars by Becky Albertalli, I have Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda, and I also have Imogen, obviously. They're 2 of my favorite books. I absolutely love those books, but I did not like Leah, obviously. Leah, whatever the second book is in the Creekwood series. So not an Insta by author because I really hated that second book. I didn't even finish it. Tahara Mafi was an Insta by author until This Woven Kingdom. And I don't like that she just continues the series. I don't like it. Like, decide your series is going to be 3 books and end it. Like, I don't love that Shatter Me just kept going. I was happy at the time. They're shorter books, but she's doing the exact same thing with This Woven Kingdom. It was supposed to be 3 books, and now it's announced that it's like 4 books because I got the 3rd one from the library, and I was like, I'm on the fence. I don't love the series. I was on the fence, so I didn't want to buy the 3rd book. And then I looked up some like reviews, and it was like continuing in the 4th book, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't like this series enough to continue it. So she originally was an auto-buy author, but no longer. Naomi Novik is an auto-buy author. Absolutely auto-buy author. Uprooted is one of my favorite books. And then A Deadly Education, the Scholomance series, is my favorite series ever. Like, the 3rd book was a little wonky. I was a little disappointed how the 3rd book went, but absolutely auto-buy. So that is another one. Like I said, Leigh Bardugo is an auto-buy author. Emma Cline kind of is, not really. Emma Cline is not. But I do have her other book, but I haven't read it yet. Oh, Stephanie Garber. Easy. Stephanie Garber, auto-buy author. Have a really, really fun time with her books. I'm sad I did not like Once Upon a Broken Heart as much as the Carvel series, but I'm very hopeful for future books. Like I said, Holly Black. Taylor Jenkins Reid is an auto-buy author for their current stuff. Like, I have not read backlist stuff, but Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is 5 stars, Carrie Soto's Back was 5 stars, and then Malibu Rising was 4 stars. So anything from now on, because I don't like the premises of a lot of her earlier books. They like, I don't know. I don't love the premises for the early ones. So I would say auto-buy author future, not backlist. But I still kind of plan to read some of the backlist. Oh, Daisy Jones and the Six is also a 4. I forgot that I read that one too. V.E. Schwab is a weird one. I've actually only read one V.E. Schwab, and it was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which is one of my favorite books ever. Like, ever. So I think V.E. Schwab's adult books are auto-buys. I can't say anything else because I have A Darker Shade of Magic. I just haven't read it yet. So I can't say auto-buy, and I haven't read Vicious or whatever, Vengeful, I think. So I can't say yes. I would say adult books, yes. But overall, I can't say yes. Carrie Maniscalco is currently an auto-buy author, but it's on the fence. It's not currently, I will auto buy her books because I loved the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I liked the first and third book in the Kingdom of the Wicked series. But it's borderline. It's borderline because it's starting to go romantic fantasy, and I like more fantasy with a little romance in it, and it's definitely more romance with fantasy as the background now. And so I'm starting to like back up a little bit about if she's an auto-buy author or not. Simone St. James is an auto-buy author, which is rare, I feel like, for mystery thriller. I don't have a ton of mystery thriller auto-buys, I feel like. Simone St. James is definitely, although I really hated the last one. What was the last one? Whatever the last book that she released was. Did not like that one. But everything else I've read so far, I really, really enjoyed. And I'm really excited to read Murder Road. I don't have it yet. I'm waiting for it to come in a book box because I was going to get it from Book of the Month, but I'm already getting it from a book box, and I'm trying not to double up on books anymore. Bridget Kemmerer. No, I can't say that because I did not buy A Song of Silver Flame. Is that what the book is called? I don't remember. It's one of the books that was like random. It didn't get a lot of press or anything. But semi-auto buy because I have the other series, Defy the Night. So I'm going to still say no. But that one's on the borderline. Riley Sager is an auto buy. A lot of people don't like Riley Sager. I love his books. I like pretty much all of them. I even liked Survive the Night. So yes, definitely an auto buy for me. Ashley Poston's young adult books are auto buys. The adult books, I have a couple, but her young adult books I really, really like. So Heart of Iron and then the Geekerella books, I absolutely love. I have all the Geekerella books. They're so cute. So I would say young adult, insta-buy. Shay Earnshaw, insta-buy. Insta-buy. I have 2 5-stars from her. Oh, 1 2-star, which was really sad. And then 1 that I'm too scared to read. One that I'm too scared to read right now. Already talked about Leigh Bardugo, Charlene Harris, Stephanie Garber. They were repeating. Rebecca Schaefer was an insta-buy, and then I absolutely hated their new series, and the Rebecca Schaefer has turned into a never buy again, which is really sad. But it's gone from insta-buy to never buy. I would say Taylor Adams is an insta-buy author, which is weird because I've only read 1 book, but I have the other 2. I'm gonna go no, because if I read another one and I don't like it, they won't be an insta-buy author. Margaret Rogerson, 1000% insta-buy. 1000% insta-buy. So good. Every single book is so good. I'm really sad Vespertine does not have a sequel yet. I am still waiting. I want a sequel so bad. Shelby Mahurin, if it was just Serpent and Dove, it would be an auto-buy author, but I still haven't read like the rest of the series. Oh gosh, you can hear the thunder. Already talked about Shay Earnshaw. Alice Oseman. Just comic books. I haven't read anything else that Alice Oseman, is it Oseman or Osman? I think is it Oseman? I'm gonna say Oseman for now just based on how it looks, but that could be wrong. I haven't read anything other than Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. I do need to change that, so I guess I can't say insta-buy. It's insta-buy when it comes to Heartstopper. No, because I haven't read the books either. It's really just the graphic novels. So I do need to remedy that. Isabella Bonias was an insta-buy until, the flamenco book was so bad. Oh, it was so bad. I tried to read it like 3 times. Together We Burn. So bad. And What the River Knows is just okay. I'm gonna continue in that series. It was fine. The ending is what made it like a 3.75. So I'm on the fence of that one. So I'm gonna say not an insta-buy author. Chloe Gong. Yes, Chloe Gong is an insta-buy author, easy. Megan Golden was an insta-buy author until I DNF'd a book and then gave a Dark Corners a 1. So probably actually a not gonna pick up any ever again. Like a lot of this is just sorting through the books that I have and trying to remember things. Already talked about. Talia Hibbert is an insta-buy author. Very excited about Talia Hibbert's books. Erin A. Craig is also an insta-buy author. I've loved everything that Erin A. Craig has done so far. Vanessa Len, I can't say because there's only 1 book that I've read. Olivia Blake is no longer, because I loved Alone with You in the Ether, and then it's just like gone downhill from there, and I hated the Atlas Six. Grady Hendrix. Is Grady Hendrix in? No, Grady Hendrix is not an Insta-buy. Are they? No, I'm so confused about Grady Hendrix books. Like, I'm so confused about Grady Hendrix books. I don't know, because I love the Final Girl support group. And I loved Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. But I really didn't like the new one, the haunted house one that I don't remember the name of, How to Sell a Haunted House. I'm gonna say no for now. Elin Hilderbrand is not, but I have a ton of books by them. If Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff write anything together, it's an Insta-buy. We're gonna do it like that. Because I'm like, I don't know if I would necessarily buy Amy Kaufman books separately, and I have some Jay Kristoff books separately, but if they're writing together that's specific, yes, it's an Insta-buy. Allie Hazelwood is an Insta-buy. Guilty pleasure, Allie Hazelwood. Abby Jimenez is a current and future auto-buy. Even though I've only read one, I love this book so much, I will probably always read her romance from now on, but I have not read Backlist Things. Jessa Hastings is definitely an Insta-buy. I love the way that Jessa Hastings writes. I love the Magnolia Park series, it's so good. I'm really interested to see what else Jessa Hastings can write. Sandra Kaw is an Insta-buy author, because I've liked two, and generally other people don't like them, so I think it's legitimately because I really like her writing. So that is an Insta-buy author. Rebecca Yarros, I'm sorry, that's Insta-buy. Guilty pleasure. That could definitely change later, but Rebecca Yarros is an Insta-buy author for me. Sue Lynn Tan will be an Insta-buy author as of currently. I haven't read anything else except for one series by them, but because of that one series, definitely Insta-buy. I just don't know if I would like future books, but as of right now, definitely Insta-buy. Okay, we're starting to go into 4 stars. So I feel like we're gonna start, I was mostly interested to see like what 5-star Insta-buy authors we had. I feel like I'm not gonna have that many now that we're out of 5 stars, which is totally fine. I feel like you shouldn't have that many Insta-buy authors, but I will put up my list on the screen. And I think we're gonna call that it, because as we're scrolling through, I'm not seeing any more. And I feel like I would have seen some by now if I was missing any. Yeah, so those are all of my Insta-buy authors. I'm so excited to go through that. I was surprised by some of them, actually. Like, I'm actually really excited about some of them, and I did not think that there was that many, which is really exciting. But there's also not too many that I lose track of them. I feel like you can lose track of Insta-buy authors, kind of, and I feel like this is a nice little list that I won't lose track of, and that is really exciting. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just kind of a chill video where we talk about Insta-buy authors. I definitely want to know down in the comments down below if you guys have any Insta-buy authors. I would love to know the names of those authors. That'd be so fun. And as usual, like I said, or any other comments, any other comments down below. I try to read them. I've been really slow getting to them lately. I'm trying to do better. With all the medical stuff and the moving, it's just been really difficult. And yeah, that is it. So make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.